Hello my friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you are new, hi, hello, welcome for your first time. My name is Kaylee and I am a mom of 3 children, and I had a goal this year to bake the birthday cakes for all of my kids for their birthday, as well as my husband. I made his birthday cake as well. And we are on the final one. My twins' birthday is in 2 days, and so today we are going to be making their cake. We're actually doing a cake and cupcakes, and they are all Pokemon themed. Which I'm a little nervous to make a Pokemon video because people really love Pokemon. I am not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I don't hate Pokemon, but I also don't love it. But it's my kid's birthday, we're gonna do what they want. So the plan is to make a Pikachu cake and then a bunch of Pokeball cupcakes. So to be clear, when I mean I'm gonna bake my kids' cakes, I just use box mixes. So the yellow cake is for the Pikachu because my girls are very like, Pikachu's yellow, it has to be a yellow cake. So we got a yellow cake. And then for the Pokeballs, we're doing red velvet. So fun variety, colorful. Also, if you are new here, I do want to clarify, this is not my kitchen. I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment. This is my parents' kitchen that was newly remodeled, and I love it, and I do all my baking here. Huge shout out to my parents for always letting me do this.
Now for all my fellow box cake mix bakers, you may notice I am not following the directions on the box. Years ago, I saw on Pinterest that if you want your box mix to taste like it came from a bakery, you can substitute the water for milk, use melted butter instead of oil and double the amount, and add 1 extra egg, maybe 2 if you're wanting a richer cake. I have been making all my box mixes this way for the past year, and all my cakes have turned out great. I highly recommend this method for a richer and more moist cake.
There was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around, got on. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone, I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far, I know I'm so much better.
Alright, after my cakes were baked, I put them in the fridge to cool for around 15 minutes, but now it's time to get them onto my cake plate and start the crumb coat. The crumb coat is used to seal in any crumbs after carving the cake, so I like to trim the edges of my cake so there is no crust, and we use the frosting to seal in the crumbs that are the result of that. After you frost the cake with your crumb coat, put it back in the fridge for around 30 minutes to set the frosting before working on your actual decorating.
I'm moving strong, I'll get it done.
Sorry, the timer for the cupcakes went off, and one of the trays of cupcakes have like exploded all over the place. Whoa, this is crazy. I need to test them though to make sure that they're done. I don't know why I kept the camera running.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better, better.
Hello, so I just majorly failed. So the plan is that you put the frosting on and then you press it onto parchment paper and it'll flatten the top. But for me, it just went onto the parchment paper. So I don't know what to do. Let's try this. I just need it to be flat. I feel like I'm patting a baby. Shaky hands. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, it just keeps coming off. Why isn't it sticking to the cupcake? Disaster. Okay, maybe the cupcakes are still too hot. I'm also like in the sun. Maybe I should cool these cupcakes, like stick them in the fridge. Panicking. All right, we moved locations because my parents currently don't have any blinds, and so the sun was getting in the way. We need to make yellow frosting for our Pikachu cake. So I have this, we're gonna put it in this bowl, and I have yellow food dye. So let's get to work.
Old days, I used to think I'm the problem, that I was way too sensitive, reacting way too much.
I sped it up, but I'm pretty sure the reason that I'm bending down to talk to you guys right there is to tell you that I am very much an amateur baker, and this technique for filling this piping bag with frosting was terrible, and I got it all over my hands. And just don't listen to me when it comes to frosting bags. I do not know what I'm doing.
Space, forget the world outside, just for a while, some way we will be fine, safe place, just you and I.
Here I put a mini bag clip on the inside portion of my frosting bag, and it helped hold the frosting in so much better. So I highly recommend that if you have one of those. Just for reference, I am using the 1M piping tip to make this pattern on my cake.
Okay, this is not working out. I wanted my Pikachu to look kind of fuzzy, so I wanted to do like pattern, a frosted tip. I didn't want to like smooth it out. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. It is too hot in here. I'm hot, this is hot, and so everything is just kind of melting. But I think I'm just gonna keep going, and we'll see what it looks like, and then worst case scenario, I can just smooth it out. But I know it looks bad. Again, amateur. I don't know what I'm doing. But this is a disaster. I'm so hot right now. Why is it so hot? Okay, so I still have the entire top of the cake to frost. The frosting is melting, and I am completely out. I have a tiny bit in here, but I can't get any more out of this. This is a disaster. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to run to the store, get new frosting, try to dye it the exact same color, and pipe the top, but it's all melting anyways. It's not working. Let me show you where we're at. I feel like on camera it looks more decent than I see it in my head and in person. But honestly, this is a disaster. This is so awful. Also, we have a fan going on to try and cool everything down. Everything's a disaster. I also ran out of my food dye. I used my parents', but it got all over my fingers, so now my fingers are dyed. And I still don't think that this is an exact match to my cake, but like, it's not working. I can't get it to go any darker. So we're gonna fill this again, which is gonna be a disaster. It's gonna get everywhere. And then we're gonna keep going, so this is awful.
Now that we see each other, can we slow down, start over? Come closer. Oh, someday we
To add to all the disasters, here I could not get my frosting bag to work again, and then my husband showed up and I convinced him to take the kids out of there so I wouldn't have to deal with them. But this was so stressful. I can't even explain how stressful making this cake was.
Just you and I, always. I will wait for us to collide. Perfect, but we are perfect together. Oh, together. Almost perfect, but we are perfect together. Oh, together.
Let's switch gears to the cupcakes. So here I am using one of my frosting tips to poke a hole in each of the tops, and then I used a spoon to kind of scoop out a little bit of the cupcake so I could put the sprinkles inside. This also gave me a chance to taste the cupcakes, and they were delicious.
See you there, your feathers on the ground.
I had this idea for the surprise cupcakes the night before, and I really wanted to find sprinkles that had Pokemon so that it would look like having Pokemon inside the Pokeball. It would have been so much fun. But since I only had the idea the day before, it was impossible for me to find Pokemon sprinkles without ordering online and waiting over a week. So I just went with white, silver, and red sprinkles, and I think it turned out really cute, and my kids were all so excited when they realized there were sprinkles inside, even if they didn't like to eat them.
Down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound.
All of the frosting was such a nightmare, so I decided not to spread it out, and I just left it looking messy. And then this black strip was the easiest part, and I loved it.
Stuck in the dust of the light.
I had originally planned to use my white frosting for the center, but I ran out, so I ended up using the biggest part of the sprinkles that I had, which they were a little bit small, but it worked out pretty well. So I went through 2 camera batteries to make this video, so you didn't get to see me decorating these graham crackers that I decided to use for the ears. So for the back part, I just spread the frosting normally, and then on the front, I decided to pipe it the same way that I had the rest of the cake. And you don't get to see it because my camera battery was dying. You also do not get to see me do the eyes, but I just did a circle of black frosting and then used the pearl sprinkles for the pupils, and then I piped on the nose, and I did the most simple mouth I could because, you know, I'm an amateur.
Even if you've never flown before, you can take a chance and try it once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down.
Okay, it is now almost 10 o'clock at night, and here it is. I love the way the ears turned out with the graham crackers. I think that they look so good. And I kind of wish that the frosting on the cupcakes was more spread out, but I tried that on one of them and I hated it. So we kept it very, you know, messy looking, but I think I love it. I'm just so overwhelmed, and I killed 2 camera batteries, and this one's dying right now, so I have to say goodbye. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm an amateur. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think it turned out pretty good. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.